Hello and welcome to another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight, where each week I get the amazing opportunity to speak with a student athlete from around the conference. My name's Emily Liu, MASCAC Assistant Commissioner, and speaking with me today is Trish Scott from Fitchburg State Women's Track and Field. Thank you so much for being with me today, Trish.
Oh, of course. Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, start off with a kind of an easy question for you, but how did you get started in track and field?
Yeah, so I actually started track and field my freshman year of high school. Um, it was originally just supposed to be like something I did for fun. I mainly just did cheer. So like during the off season, I was like, why not do another sport? And I chose track.
Well, I would say, and you're doing jumps for Fitchburg State, so little bit of jumping and cheerleading that might translate over to track and
Yeah,
field. So,
definitely, definitely.
um, anybody in your family compete in track and field, or anybody else you know, or are you kind of a pioneer in your family?
Yeah, my mom did it a little bit for a couple of years. She did hurdles, actually. It's kind
Oh,
of
okay.
yeah.
Another thing that sort of involves jumping. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
right.
in here. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you're from Fitchburg. So what went into that decision to stay close to home for college?
So I actually have my own apartment here in Fitchburg. So it allowed me to go to school and keep living here, as well as working. And it gives me a good balance between, I guess, school and just like life, with my friends. All my friends are here, my family. So, yeah.
Are they able to come see you? Because I know Fitchburg has a home outdoor meet, so were they able to make it?
Yeah, they actually just came to our home meet. My friends came, my mom and dad. It was super exciting.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow the spring championships kick off with outdoor track and field, and you are competing in long jump and triple jump.
Yes.
What's kind of your mindset going into it?
Um, I'm actually super excited. Last week, I just broke a school record for triple jump. So this week, I'm hoping for long jump, I could set another school record. And yeah, it's basically my mindset, just to, keep everything that my coach told me in my head and, put it on the field.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kind of switch gears to the academic side of things. I know you're a sophomore, so you might not have it all figured out quite yet, but what are you studying and maybe hope to do in the short term and long term?
Yeah, so right now, I'm actually currently a human services major, in the works of trying to switch over to a nursing major. Um, I guess at the start, I'm just hoping to get my nursing degree and then transition into being a psych nurse or a forensic nurse. I haven't figured out which one yet, but yes, I'm super excited for that.
Very cool. That's super interesting. All right, so you've been a Division III student athlete for a few years now. What has it meant for you to be able to say not only, are you able to compete in your sport at the collegiate level, but also, get a extremely prestigious degree too from Fitchburg State?
Yes, it gives me the perfect opportunity, like I said earlier, just like that work-life balance. I work like 30 hours a week, so I have my own apartment. I have a lot of bills to pay. So, like being able to, I guess, stay at home and compete D3, I don't have to worry as much about focusing too much on track and more on school and work, and then just do track as more of like, I guess, for fun rather than it being very like competitive. And it's still competitive, but not as stressful, I guess. Yeah.
Where are you working, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I just got a new job at Tavern in the Square in Littleton as a waitress. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so let's get to know Trish on a little fun, silly side, okay?
Yes.
All right, Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Oh, Duncan,
What's
for
your
sure.
go-to order?
I love the mango pineapple refresher, the lemonade refresher. That's my favorite. And I always order chocolate sprinkled donut or strawberry sprinkled. But
Okay.
yeah.
Indoor or outdoor track and field?
Hmm. This one's tricky. I guess in terms of just like the vibes, I like outdoor better, but I actually like the races indoor more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any pre-meet rituals or superstitions?
Hmm. I always make sure to keep my I have these bracelets on me, and I
Okay.
always make sure to keep my bracelets on. And I actually used to have this $2 bill in my bag. It was like it's like one of those like bills you like never really see. And I
Hmm.
always like thought like keeping that in my bag like meant I'd do good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you could have lunch with anyone, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good question. If I could have lunch with anybody. Mm, I'd have to say, hmm, honestly, I guess my favorite artist, Future, he's a rapper. I guess I've just liked his music growing up, and it'd be really cool to meet him.
All right. Okay. Last one. Very important. Fitchburg State green or gold?
Oh, hmm. I definitely have to say Fitchburg State green. I love the green. I feel like I look better in green. Um, and yeah, I guess like green just kind of reminds me of like I don't know, like green fresh grass and yeah, like I'd say green.
I'm a fan of the green too. I think it's a beautiful color. So,
Yes.
all right, Trish, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
And stay tuned next week for another edition of MASCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.